Hi ho, Weeway. Happy Saturday. How's it going, everybody? If it's your first time watching, we're just doing a choose your own adventure with an AI. That's K9000. I'm Jason. Yeah, you get to interact and choose the way the story goes. We're just going on a little AI generated adventure, and we'll see what happens. Random chaos ensues. Let me see here. Let's start off with see, what can we do? Looking through the prompts channel right now. Let's try this one. This one's from Chunktober. Here, thank you, Chunktober.
You are Leroy Brown, a regular guy. As you are walking down the street, you see a loose dog running around. You do catch the dog and lick its fur over and over. Option
Gross.
1. Again. After a few minutes, you notice that the dog is now sniffing at your pants. You slowly take off your pants and bend over to lick the dog.
Whoa! No.
Option 2. Just as you always do. The dog looks at you and licks your face. You give it a quick kiss on the lips and the dog happily follows you.
Oh boy.
Option 3. You then take the dog home and give it a bath. When you are done with your chores, you go to bed. Vote for your favorite AI response.
Definitely not one. Yeah, I'm voting for 3, and I'm next it right away. What's up, Degrassi?
You then take the dog home and give it a bath. When you are done with your chores, you go to bed.
Okay. You name the dog after your favorite. You name the dog after your favorite thing in the whole world.
You name the dog after your favorite thing in the whole world. Option 1. Yourself. You wake up one day to find that the dog is dead.
What?
He ran away from your house, and you didn't try to catch him.
I mean, that doesn't mean he's dead.
Option 2. Mommy. You fall asleep and dream about being outside your house.
Even weirder.
When you wake up, you realize that the sun is coming up. Option 3.
I might
Yourself.
redo these.
You wake up at night and you notice a bright light in your room. You open your door and see that it is not your bedroom window that is shining on you.
Huh?
Vote for your favorite AI response.
No, hold on. We'll redo that.
Option 1. Your mom. The next morning you wake up and your mom is gone. She left a note saying that she has to go help her sister out at work and she will be back later. Option 2. Puppy. You wake up one morning to find that you have been given a new job. You are now an assistant janitor at your school. Option 3. Bacon. You wake up to find that the entire neighborhood is gone. The streets are empty, and the house is still standing. Even the neighbors have left.
Oh, interesting. I do
Vote
like
for
the
your
dog named
favorite
Bacon.
AI response.
I like that we didn't even apply for the job. We just got the job. They're just like, you know what? You got it. Take Puppy with you to school. Exactly. Oh, yeah, there you go. Yeah. The kids are going to love Puppy. Puppy's shitting all over the kindergartner. The preschoolers are playing with puppy diarrhea. You're fired. Leroy. Leroy Browntown. All right, I guess we're doing that. Puppy named Puppy.
Puppy, you wake up one morning to find that you have been given a new job. You are now an assistant janitor at your school.
You bring Puppy with you to your first day of work and meet the principal. And meet Principal Borkowitz.
You bring Puppy with you to your first day of work and meet Principal Borkowitz. Option 1. He looks at you and smiles, so, what is your name? You reply, I'm called Mr. Puppy Brown, and he grins and says, Mr.
Oh, that's funny. That's cute.
Option
That's cute.
2.
Oh,
He is an
Mr.
old
Puppy
lady's
Brown.
principal
No, I
who
was
still
asking
remembers when she last had a real boyfriend. Well, are you ready for this? He asks you. Option 3. Hi there, I am Mr. Brown here, you say. Nice to meet you, he replies.
I guess I
Vote
didn't,
for your favorite AI response.
I didn't imply that Borkowitz was a male professor, so it could go either way. But wait a second. He is an old lady's principal who still remembers the last time he had a real boyfriend. I'm an old lady's principal? Number 3 is just way too casual. It's like, oh boy, we're in for it. We're in for the monotony of janitorial work. If a janitor brought their dog, that's like, I mean, I guess a dog potentially could be helpful if the school grounds are like huge. I don't know. It just doesn't. Yeah, I feel like you'd be like, why did you bring your dog to work? It's like, listen, I just got this puppy. I know it's my first day at work. I guess you're really testing the waters to see what you could get away with. If they let you have a dog, then you could probably push it a little bit further and be like, actually, I don't want to come here when all the kids are around, so I'm just going to be a night janitor. They're like, that's not, I mean, what if a kid pukes or something? Not my problem. I've got my puppy. If we're bringing the puppy to work, the puppy's coming with us everywhere, too. An old lady's principal. I'm trying to.
He is an old lady's principal who still remembers when she last had a real
principal.
boyfriend. Well, are you ready for this? He asks you.
What does it mean? He's like an old lady principal who still remembers when she last had a real boyfriend. No, that doesn't. I'm trying to think of like what the AI is trying to emulate that it would say something like that. He's an old lady. I don't know. The school is for lonely old ladies. Okay. He is a principal for a school of old ladies who still remembers when the last time she had a real boyfriend. It's for old ladies plural, but there's only one old lady. It's a very poorly run school. In fact, it's kind of questionable why we're even hiring a janitor when there's only one student. But this lady makes a huge fucking mess. You are surprised to see the school mostly empty. except for a lone old woman. You ask Principal Borkowitz, Principal Borkowitz explains that this is a school for old women that want to learn. However, there is only one student currently, and she makes a big mess every day. You are going to have your hands full today. The old lady knocks over her prune juice. It begins.
You are surprised to see the school mostly empty except for a lone old woman. Principal Borkowitz explains that this is
I
a
can't
school for
spell.
old
I
women that
really
want to
can't
learn.
spell.
However, there is only one student currently and she makes a big mess every day. You are going to have your hands full today. The old lady knocks over her prune juice. It begins. Option 1. Hey, what are you doing? What's all this stuff? She says. I am cleaning up this disgusting liquid. I am so sorry I made a mess.
Okay, she's cleaning up after
Option
herself.
2. Oh dear. I hope it doesn't burn, she exclaims. Sorry dear, but I am really busy and I can't help you.
I hope it doesn't burn.
Option 3.
I like
Oh
my
my.
hot
I
prune
hope
juice.
it doesn't spill. It is so hard to pick up the things from the floor. She says and starts picking up her prunes.
Ew.
Vote for your favorite AI response.
That implies that was like prune juice, but it was just prunes like loose in a glass of water or something. It's just like, ugh. Yuck. Fucking disgusting. They sell prune juice. You had to go out of your way to make that disgusting, old lady. I've got to get to history class. I'm going to ace this one. I lived through it all. Nah, I'm really good at numbers too. I used to be a computer. They used to be just rooms filled with women doing math problems all day. And I've been to every doctor on the planet because of all my illnesses, so I'm gonna ace my science exam too. I really think I'm gonna be summa cum laude to this year. I wonder how that works when if there's like a school where there's just like, because isn't like summa cum laude based on percentages? So if you're like the top 1% of your class, but you're only what if there's only like 3 kids and you're all really stupid? So you could have summa cum laude, but you're stupid still. I don't know. I don't think it's based on merit.
Oh
It's
my.
just like,
I hope it doesn't spill. It is so
all
hard to
these
pick up the
tryhards.
things from the floor. She says and starts picking up her prunes.
You try to help, but she slaps your mop away. You notice that her help is only making the mess Bigger. You try to say. She slips and says, "Ow, my back."
You try to help, but she slaps your mop away. You notice that her help is only making the mess bigger. She slips and says, "Ow, my back."
Oh, my back.
Option 1. She then falls on the ground. You are now the new kid at this school, which is really a bunch of houses. Option 2. The old lady slumps down and falls on the floor. The old lady laughs at you. "Come on, let's get to work," you say. Option 3. You don't know what to do. "Ah, my neck. Please stop." You quickly pick her up and put her in the chair. You throw the chair on her.
What? What is
Vote
that
for your
implying?
favorite AI response.
What is that implying? The chair. All right, old lady. I didn't think I'd have to use this so quickly. Punishment day. All right, you old bitch. Sit down in the chair. Is it an electric chair or we've like locked her in? You've locked her into a restrained wheelchair and drive her to class. You give a rug burn on her nasty old leathery skin and say, "Don't you ever make a mess ever again, or else it's gonna be worse next time." This is an interesting mix of Misery and Ferris Bueller's Day Off and Ernest. The combination of movies I never thought would happen. All right, here we go.
You don't know what to do. "Ah, my neck. Please stop." You quickly pick her up and put her in the chair. You throw the chair on her.
The chair is an invention of yours. It is a wheelchair with it is a wheelchair combined with a straight jacket. You make sure the old lady is secure and then wheel her old ass to class.
The chair is an invention of yours. It is a wheelchair combined with a straitjacket. You make sure the old lady is secure and then wheel her old ass to class. Option 1. The poor girl sits in her seat and stares at her shoes. The teacher begins to lecture about math and she looks like she is having a panic attack. "Let me out."
Let me out!
Option 2. You get to school and are surprised to see no students. "So, how did it go?" Principal Borkowitz asks. "Oh, it was fine," you say. Option 3. After a few minutes you see a girl run in the door. You think you recognize the girl, but you are wrong. She is not even you.
What the fuck?
Vote for your favorite AI response.
She is not even you? She escaped the chair.
The poor girl sits in her seat and stares at her shoes. The teacher begins to lecture about math and she looks like she is having a panic attack. Let
I
me
don't
out.
understand. I don't understand. I don't understand. You put on headphones and drown out her screaming. Since the source of the mess is restrained, you decide to sleep in the janitor's closet. You decide to take a nap. In the janitor's closet. You are sprung awake by a loud noise. You rush to the cafeteria to see the old woman, the old lady has ...
You put on headphones and drown out her screaming. Since the source of the mess is restrained, you decide to take a nap in the janitor's closet. You are sprung awake by a loud noise. You rush to the cafeteria to see the old lady has. Option 1. Thrown up on herself and a janitor has broken her nose. The rest of the day goes well, except for you being shouted at for not cleaning up her prunes.
There's multiple janitors for
Option
this one
2.
old lady?
Thrown a pie in the face of some kid. You grab a broom handle and swing it at the kid. It doesn't hit him, but it gets him really mad.
Wow.
Option 3. Fallen and broke her neck. Principal Borkowitz is inconsolable. He blames you for killing his old lady. She was actually a good girl and you killed her.
She
Vote
was
for your favorite AI response.
trying too violently to get out of the chair. She's just like, I can't do math. I want to make a mess. Well, I mean, it's not my fault. It's her fault for freaking out. I mean, all the more reason that I restrained her. Oh my god.
Fallen and broke her neck. Principal Borkowitz is inconsolable. He blames you for killing his old lady. She was actually a good girl and you killed her.
Then you hear a whimper. The old lady is still alive. You have to act fast, and you think of another invention you have created to help save her life.
Then you hear a whimper. The old lady is still alive. You have to act fast and you think of another invention you have created to help save her life. Option 1. A water pistol. The old lady screams and attempts to grab your arm. You fire the gun and blast her in the head. She falls to the ground and dies.
What?
Option 2.
How would that help?
You have made a protective armor for her. It is made out of thick metal and it protects the old lady while she is in the classroom.
We put her in an
Option
Iron
3.
Maiden.
The headboard trap. You place the old lady in the trap and then you put your hands around her neck and snap. You release her and she falls into her seat.
We snap her
Vote
neck
for your
and she
favorite
becomes
AI
like
response.
docile. She's just like. That'll solve the old lady's problems. That fixed her.
You have made a protective armor for her. It is made out of thick metal and it protects the old lady while she is in the classroom.
Principal Borkowitz says, "You invented this? Looks an awful lot like an Iron Maiden." You test its protective abilities by whacking it with your broom as hard as you can.
Principal Borkowitz says, "You invented this? Looks an awful lot like an Iron Maiden. You test its protective abilities by whacking it with your broom as hard as you can." Option 1. It doesn't budge. After your actions, the teacher calls everyone together to explain the situation. You are
All
called to
two
the
of us.
office where you explain the problem. Option 2. It doesn't break. The old lady is safe. There is no longer any need for your old ladies to worry about her prunes. Option 3. It deflects the blows and protects the old lady. You grab the old lady by the shoulders and kiss her. You then get her to leave the classroom. Vote for your favorite AI
Well, that's
response.
not appropriate at all. We've kicked this old woman's ass and then we give her a kiss. That seems very just extra bad. My pruned old body, my frail, weak pruned body. All right, let's see how this goes.
It doesn't break. The old lady is safe. There is no longer any need for your old ladies to worry about her prunes.
Nice. It's the end of your first day. You clock out and print, and Borkowitz says, "Thanks, Leroy." The old lady falls out of the Iron Maiden and slumps to the ground. An ambulance comes to pick her up. But while on the stretcher, she has some parting words for you.
It's the end of your first day. You clock out and Borkowitz says, "Thanks, Leroy." The old lady falls out of the Iron Maiden and slumps to the ground. An ambulance comes to pick her up, but while on the stretcher she has some parting words for you. Option 1. Thanks for saving my life. She then dies. You are
Yeah.
home free. The girls in your house are so happy to have a new janitor, they don't notice your inventions.
Yeah, nobody does.
Option 2. Thanks, Leroy.
Not yet.
I'm not dead yet. You are happy that the old lady is alive, but it's time to get to work. Option 3. You're fired. You are devastated and cry. I can't believe
You
this.
don't have that power.
I'm not even a janitor. My first job was inventing something.
I was just doing this to pay the bills.
Vote for your favorite AI response.
And I think that's a good place to end it.
You're fired. You are devastated and cry. I can't believe this. I'm not even a janitor. My first job was inventing something.
Well, thanks for watching, Degrassi. I think I'm gonna go take a shower, get ready to go over my parents. I might be streaming later, so catch me later. TBD, who knows when. Hope you enjoyed. Bye, Wait, Degrassi. See you later.